Madame, you've taught us so much. We've learned things, obviously, about France, but so much more. It goes so much deeper than that. You're a truly amazing person that's inspired us with your life, and you're such a rock in your faith. Things change around us all the time, but there you are, talking about scripture and your faith, and it's so awe-inspiring, Madame.
I'm going to miss her jokes, her blonde jokes, her crazy drawings, all of her just comments. I'm gonna miss seeing her every day because I love her so much.
The thing I think I'm gonna miss most about you, Madame, is probably your humor. You're just always so funny in class, and you're just basically everything I want to be when I grow up. You're hardworking, you're funny, you're friends with everybody, and you're just so fun to be around always, and I'm really, really gonna miss that.
Bonjour Madame, merci beaucoup pour tous les temps et l'énergie que vous avez investi dans vos étudiants au cours des années. Tu me manques beaucoup et je vous souhaite une bonne retraite. I love you, Madame. Your class was without a doubt one of the highlights of my high school. I miss you very much. I miss all of Western very much. Have a good chapel. Bye.
I've really learned from Madame's testimony, hearing it last year. It's just reminded me that I should trust in God's will at all times, and that He can use me for anything, that He has a plan for me. I'm really going to miss being in Madame's class, listening to her jokes and seeing all her dance moves and her crazy hand motions trying to teach us French. So thank you so much, Madame, for teaching me, for encouraging me to participate in class, and I'm really going to miss you.
Bonjour, Madame. Comment allez-vous? C'est le chouchou pas marché. Madame, thank you for everything. You are not only a perfect teacher who made me fall in love with French, but also that kind of friend who always tell me the truth. Je vous aime, Madame.
I think everyone in life needs someone highly sophisticated to correct your grammar, to correct pronunciation. Without Madame, I will have no one that fills that category anymore. In addition to that, though, I think that she has been a tremendous source of encouragement for me. She is not someone that gives false encouragement or enthusiasm toward anything, but she has been someone that has lifted me up and supported me many times over my life. So I won't have that in the same way anymore without her. What have I learned from Madame? Preparation and practice are extremely important for executing well in life. She is one of the most meticulous preparers that I've ever met in my life, not just in education, but in general. Everything she does is with purpose and with design. And she's extremely conscientious about being excellent in everything she approaches. So I have learned or tried to learn from her in that regard. I don't know that I've been successful. I'll give myself a D, a grade of D in preparation and preparedness, but I know what an A looks like, and that comes from Madame. My favorite French phrase that I'm allowed to say on camera. Je ne comprends pas. No. I love, there's so many. Azut, Madame says azut a lot, she taught me that. Je t'adore, right? And that's one thing that I would say to Madame. Je t'adore, Madame. We love you, I love you. You are cherished here, you are important here. You matter. So anyway, je t'adore. You're amazing. You have, Madame, you have changed my life. I was a high schooler in your class, completely disrespectful and rebellious, and you loved me. And for that, I'm a better man. So thank you for loving me. Thank you for investing in me. Je t'adore.
And something I learned from Madame is to always work your hardest, and even when things get hard, don't give up. Because I've tried to give up many times, and she was actually really proud of me that I made it to French 3, and I thank her a lot for helping me out with that.
Madame, if there's anything I've learned from you, it is, first of all, about European culture, and also basically everything we've covered in French, because I neither knew where exactly France was in Europe, or anything at all about the language of French or French culture. And you have taught me everything I know. I was a Spanish guy before this. And I will definitely miss your laughter, the jokes, and basically the entire atmosphere of the classroom with all the songs and how laid back it was. And it's going to be really hard to not have you here next year.
Always having someone to talk to about everything, always having someone to rely on for things that are bigger than a language class, like friends and family and my faith. I'm really going to miss, well, my favorite class of the entire day. I'm going to miss, like Noah said, laughter.
Okay, when I first came to the school, Madame was the first person that I really related to. I don't know, there was just something about her outgoingness, and she was so kind, and I don't know, I just really liked her. She's very intelligent, she's funny, and I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss having conversations with her. And sitting with her in chapel. I will miss that too. As far as learning things from her, well, first of all, I learned that I wasn't alone in some of my thinking here, especially politically. But also, her love of travel is, I love the same things. A lot of the things that she likes, I like. And I got to go to France with her one year, and it was just wonderful. She's such a neat lady to travel with. I enjoyed it tremendously. She put up with me when I was kind of, you know, not having a good day as far as, you know, all the walking was concerned. But she's just a very unique person and wonderful, and I'm going to miss her a lot. So I think she's unreplaceable, or irreplaceable, I'm not sure which, but yeah, I'm going to miss her a lot.
Dear Madame, what's funny about departure is that we start missing those ridiculously small details about you. So here's a list of things that we will miss about you that I wrote down. We'll miss that bag of celery you called lunch. We will miss those 89.9 you gave us as final grades. And we would surely miss that 0.1 curve if you would have given us. We'll miss you being fashionably late to chapel in that elegant black dress with those silver buckles in the front. We'll miss those laughs you hide when you pretend to be grading homework, but really you're just listening to Jenna and Emily catching up on their latest gossip. And we will remember you as that 66-year-old tiny lady who walks too fast. We will remember you as that low-key social justice warrior who doesn't like to talk much about it. And we'll remember you as that sexy American grandma who gets hit on all the time in Paris. And we'll miss your carefully chosen language to avoid conflicts. But really, you just don't want us to get hurt because you understand the beauty of language, but you also know how sharp it could be. The fatal defect of our education system reduces language to that requirement we need to meet to graduate, but you were able to make flower out of the arbitrary. Language is art, culture, expression, and oppression. Language is the vehicle of a lot of beautiful things, and here at Western Christian, French became a vehicle of you. The limited time we spent together gave us unlimited meaning to it. Thank you for letting us learn French, and thank you for letting us learn you. But really, Madame, it's time for you to leave because you and I both know that if we don't leave this town, you might never make it out. So, Madame, I guess the last thing I want to say, and I can pretty much speak on behalf of everyone at Western Christian, is that when in doubt, don't hesitate to come home, and don't hesitate to come back to that window facing Euclid engraved with your silhouette on it. Come home and let us finish reading this list of the things we'll miss about you. Thank you, Madame.
Bonjour, Madame. We're really sad that you're leaving, but we're really happy that you're gonna start something new and like travel the world, what you always wanted to. And we're gonna miss those pop quizzes you would give us and like those 89.9 on our quizzes and finals, which, yeah, so you've taught us a lot, like how to apply languages to your life, and like it's a beautiful thing to learn something new. And you're just amazing, like you're lovely, you're like strict, but like in a good way, like we've actually learned stuff from you. And we're also gonna miss you sitting behind the table looking all suspicious over us because we wouldn't always talk French. And especially me, because like I always speak franglais because that's what I'm good at. So we hope you're gonna have a good trip, and we will love you, and we will be happy if you come back and visit us.
What I've learned from Madame is that God has us all in different walks of life and different paths. And a long time ago, she and I talked about being valley people. And you know a valley person because they've walked through a tough valley and they just have a different perspective. And she helped me kind of embrace that, and rather than feel bad or feel sorry for myself that I've been in that valley, rather to see it as God's opportunity, and there's some blessing in it, and I'm supposed to help somebody else along the way. Of all the things I've learned from Madame, it's to walk through the valley and to trust that the Lord is guiding me through that. I love you, Stephanie. I'm so happy for you and Eric to be able to go and venture all around the world, and I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything.
Bonjour, Madame. I'm really sad that you're leaving, but I mean, I guess it's not as bad for me because everybody else hasn't had you for 4 years, and I think I'm extremely lucky. You've taught me so much over the years, and I think I'm gonna miss the most, it's your sense of humor and just how in any situation you can make the world seem so funny and amazing and just awesome. And you've encouraged me to travel, and I think I've gained a new respect for the world and how things work.
What I learned most from Madame is definitely not only French and French culture, but also European culture. And I learned a lot of new jokes, and I had a lot of fun. Something that I'll miss the most will be definitely all the jokes we had, all the good memories, and all the fun that I had in her class. Au revoir, Madame.
Hi, Madame. Thank you so much for all of the things that you've done for me and the rest of the students at Western Christian. Your class was amazing, and it truly shaped my high school experience, along with the France trip I was able to go on with you. I loved exploring the country, and you taught me so much about the language and the country. I hope that you enjoy retirement. Thank you so much for everything.
Merci, Madame!